So this morning we're going to be trying a variety of tactics to target largemouth bass. Breezy, tell us what we're going to be doing.
All right, first thing this morning, we're gonna try to get on some topwater action. We do have some shiners. Lately, the lake's been a little bit tough. There's also a full moon. We had our first cold front last weekend. The water temperature dropped way down. So we're gonna go and get some shiners, try to get that big Okeechobee bass for you.
Awesome. And tell me how the full moon affects fishing here on the lake.
Here on the lake, especially out in the grass, with the full moon, the fish just don't know when to stop feeding. A lot of people say they feed all night long, so the first morning bite is gonna be the best, and then it'll kind of slow down, which is why we'll go with the shiners. And later in the afternoon, as the sun's going down, that's when they're gonna start to feed again.
So we're gonna be using some artificials this morning. Later on, as the bite slows down, we're gonna move on to some live bait. Hopefully we'll get the girls on some nice largemouth bass. What's the biggest bass you caught here?
9.8.
9.8. Wow, 10-pounder, huh?
Should have been.
So what's the biggest bass to come out of the lake?
I know of a couple 13-pounders that have been caught.
Wow.
I'm not sure if that's the absolute biggest, but it would be close. You can do so many different things here. Even though it's a shallow lake, you can still go what we consider offshore, throw rattle traps, crankbaits. You can go to the grass. You can flip a lot of these reed heads you see. I mean, you can just do it all, and there's so much water to cover here. It's like a big bowl, so you can just move on around, easy to maneuver. So there's a bunch of ledges out there, some rock piles, deep holes out in the middle. And then you can move into the grass, which is going to be a little bit shallower like you see here. There's so many different types of grass right below us in here. We've got all the cattails and reeds, different types of those.
So tell me a little bit about the lake itself, Breezy.
Well, it's the largest in Florida, and it's considered to be the bass capital of the world. A lot of tourism that comes here because it is such a great lake. And when the big tournaments come here, you hear all the pros talking about wanting to come down to Okeechobee because the bite here is like no other.
So tell me about any sort of other fish in the lake. Are there any other opportunities for catching other species besides largemouth here?
Absolutely. We've got snook, tarpon. Sometimes we even catch jacks out here. So in the summertime, you'll see 100-pound tarpon rolling in the rim canal or the open water. There's been school of jacks. People will catch snook in the grass, in the open. It's really fun out here. You never know. On Okeechobee, I'm usually the only female in the driver's seat. And it used to really get to me that, oh, I can't do it, I'm a girl. People don't take me seriously, but that's not true. And I would tell any woman, like the two girls in the back of the boat here, I am so happy that they're here because they have a love for the sport like I did at that young age, and I can see them really going far.
Absolutely. And any of you dads out there watching, remember, just because you've got a girl, you've got to get her out in the water. It's not just a boy's sport or a man's sport. Get your girls out.
And they'll beat you.
And they'll beat you, exactly. We're fishing in an area called the hayfields. This is needle grass with a couple of lily pads interspersed between. And this is where some of these large bucket mouths like to sort of hang out in the shallow water over here. So we're going to try here for a bit and see if we can have some luck on artificials, and then we'll go and try and hit a couple of other spots, some of Breezy's favorites on the lake. She's been born and raised here, so she's lived here all her life. All right, first fish in the hayfields, Breezy. Oh yeah. All right, that's a pretty fish. Nice one, Breezy, well played.
Thank you.
So is that sort of average size that we're getting out here?
It is. Every now and then. There are big ones that live in here, but there's so many that size, that schooling size we like to call.
Quite an amazing thing to have this on your front doorstep.